This first little plant here is a toothache plant, followed by some stevia, mountain mint, Virginia gold tobacco. Now I'm doing this video as an update on some of my plants. This is red jewel salvia, chamomile, lemon balm. Now this right here is some stinging nettle. Very, very potent little medicinal herb. Now I've got all kinds of peppers planted. As you can tell, my poblanos are firing off pretty nice. Now I like to use poblanos instead of bell peppers in a lot of my dishes. They add a little bit of spice to it and it's a fantastic flavor. Now I have 6 of these plants right here, and these are Queen of the Night tomatoes. They actually start off this dark and then they develop red stripes whenever they're mature. Now these are some of the seeds that we got from Baker's Creek, and I always like all of their products. So far they've been pretty easy to grow, and they're a beautiful plant. I'm looking forward to seeing what the flavor's like on these tomatoes. Now this next plant down here on the end is a carbon. That is another heirloom variety tomato, and I've got one ripe right here, so I'm going to go ahead and pick this. Now whenever I picked it, I realized that this was part of a mega bloom. Now a mega bloom, it occurs quite often in heirloom variety tomatoes. It's actually where 2 blooms have combined or actually didn't split properly, and this one tomato is actually 2 tomatoes. Makes for a pretty good size, just right for sandwiches. Now some people are going to say I picked that a little bit early, but the deal is I'm going to put it over on my windowsill and it is going to go ahead and ripen up. Whenever they start blushing, that's fine. Go ahead and pick them. That'll keep your bugs and birds and stuff from picking at your tomatoes, and that really will upset you. Now we're going to go on to something else. Now on this side of the row, I have an indigo blue tomato. Now this is going to be another black tomato, but it's going to have blue stripes whenever it matures. That's another first this year. I'm really excited about it. The wind is really going crazy out here in Oklahoma. This right here is one of my jalapeno plants, and it is just firing off fantastically. The biggest problem I've been having this year has been grasshoppers. They have been everywhere. Now we do have a few melons planted. I think this one's a Kakiri melon, and it's finally starting to produce. I'm kind of excited about it. We're going to go on to the next little box, which I have some yellow straight neck squash, which it really loves the heat, so it should be taken off pretty soon. This right here is moonflowers that my wife got put out in the boxes here just a week or 2 ago. Now these are the giant moonflowers, so they're going to have a bloom about the size of a dinner plate. Now I have some beefsteak tomatoes that I started from seed in some of my earlier videos. Then right next to it, I have some of my cherry tomatoes, which they are huge. Now, a lot of people have been commenting that I sold the plants to. They said they've never had a cherry tomato that big. They are just about right. I'm going to pick some of these right here and take them in a little bit. Now I have marigolds planted all throughout my garden, and that helps for the pollination of some of my pepper plants. Like this one right here, this is serrano pepper. We've already had a few good picks of those this year. Now, The carbon tomato, whenever it finishes changing color, it's going to be a black tomato. And these little cherries right here, you can tell the size comparison because I put a quarter on top of that carbon tomato. Now this is one thing that you didn't see picked. My wife did this earlier, and these are some of our dragon egg cucumbers, and she's going to be busy pickling those pretty soon. I thank you all for your time. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I hope you enjoyed this little video.